Hello students, hope you are doing well. In this video we are going to discuss using a modular approach to network design part 2 for the subject enterprise network design of B7 semester IT, University of Mumbai. In part 1, we have already covered evaluation of enterprise network, Cisco SONA framework, functional areas of the Cisco enterprise architecture, guidelines for creating an enterprise network, enterprise campus module. It is already covered. Now in this part, enterprise edge module and service provider module and remote enterprise module will be discussed. In enterprise edge module we will cover e-commerce module, internet connectivity module, remote access and VPN module, WAN and MAN site to site VPN module, enterprise edge guidelines. And in service provider module, we will cover internet service provider module, PSTN module, and frame relay and ADM module. While in remote enterprise module, we will cover enterprise branch module, enterprise data center module, and enterprise teleworker module. So let us start with enterprise edge module. This particular video describes the components of enterprise edge and explain the importance of each module. The enterprise edge infrastructure module aggregates the connectivity from various elements outside the campus using various services and LAN WAN technologies as needed. Typically provision from service providers and route the traffic into the campus core layer. The enterprise edge module performs security function when enterprise resources connect access, public network, and the internet. So in this figure, you can see the different modules like e-commerce module. It is in the top of the figure, internet connectivity module, remote access and VPN module, WAN and MAN and site-to-site VPN module. So each module consists of several devices. On the basis of these devices in hierarchy, we will do the enterprise edge task. So let us start with e-commerce module. E-commerce module includes the device and services necessary for organization to provide e-commerce application. Internet connectivity module. This is the module which provides enterprise users with internet access, while remote access and VPN module terminates VPN traffic and dial-in connection from external users. WAN and MAN and site-to-site VPN module provides connectivity between remote sites and central site over various WAN technologies. So these modules connect to campus core directly or through an optional edge distribution module. The optional edge distribution module aggregates the connectivity from the various elements at the enterprise edge and routers the traffic into campus core layer. In addition, the edge distribution module acts as boundary between the enterprise campus and the enterprise edge and is the last line of defense against external attack. Its structure is similar to that of the building distribution layer. Now let us discuss e-commerce module. E-commerce module, if we cut the whole diagram, the top portion is e-commerce module, which consists of several database servers, web servers, and different devices. The e-commerce module enables enterprise to successfully deploy e-commerce application and take advantage of opportunities the internet providers. The majority of traffic is initiated external to the enterprise. All e-commerce transactions pass through a series of intelligence services that provide scalability, security, and high availability within the overall e-commerce network. Design to build a successful e-commerce solution, we need these many elements. First element is the web server. It acts as primary user interface for e-commerce navigation. Then application servers host the various applications. Then database servers contains the application and transaction information that is heart of the e-commerce business implementation. Firewall or firewall routers govern communication and provide security between systems various user. Network intrusion detection system, network intrusion protection system, NIDS or NIPS. Monitor key network segment in the module to detect and respond to attack against the network. Multi-layer switch with IDS or IPS modules provide traffic transport and integrated security monitoring. HIDS, host-based intrusion protection system, deploy on sensitive core application servers and on dedicated application to provide real-time reporting and prevention of attack as an extra layer of defense. So now come to Internet Connectivity Module. The Internet Connectivity Module is next to e-commerce module. This is the Internet Connectivity Module in the big picture. So here public servers are there and remote access and VPN module is below this Internet Connectivity Module. Okay, so the Internet Connectivity Module provides internal users and connectivity to internet services such as HTTP, FTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, and DNS. This module also provides internet users with access to information published on an enterprise public servers such as HTTP and FTP servers. Internet session initiation is typically from inside the enterprise toward the internet. Additionally, this module accepts VPN traffic from remote users and remote sites and forward it to remote access and VPN module where VPN termination takes place. The internet connectivity module is not designed to serve an e-commerce application. Major component used in the internet connectivity module includes in first thing is SMTP or mail server act as relay between the internet and the intranet mail server. DNS servers serve as the authoritative external DNS server for the enterprise and relay internal DNS requests to the internet. Public servers like FTP and HTTP provides public information about organization. Each server on the public service segment contains host-based intrusion detection system (HIDS) to monitor against any rogue activity at the operating system level and common server application including HTTP, FTP, and SMTP. Firewall and firewalls or firewall routers provide network level protection of resources, provide stateful filtering of traffic, and forward VPN traffic from remote sites and user opt for termination. And last is edge routers, provides basic filtering and multi-layer connectivity to the internet. Now come to remote access and VPN module. The remote access and VPN module here in this right hand side. So this terminates remote access traffic and VPN traffic that the internet connectivity module forwards from remote users and remote sites. It also uses the internet connectivity module to initiate VPN connection to remote site. Furthermore, the module terminates dial-in connection received through the public switched telephone network, that is PSTN. Here it is given. So, and after successful authentication grants dial-in users access to the network. Major components used in the remote access VPN module includes first thing is remote access dial-in access concentrators. Okay, this is the first module. Terminate dial-in connection and authenticate individual users. Next is Cisco Adaptivity Security Appliances ASA. Terminates IP security tunnels, authenticate individual remote users, and provide firewall and intrusion prevention services. Firewalls provide network-level protection, resources, and stateful filtering of traffic, provide differentiated security for remote access users, authenticate trusted remote site, and provide connectivity using IP security tunnels. NIDS appliances provide Layer 4 to Layer 7 monitoring of key network segment in the module. So here you see the firewall. Main goal of using firewall is to filter the traffic. Suppose unwanted user is there, we can block the unwanted user from accepting the packets. Okay, so likewise we are using firewalls at different layers. WAN and MAN and site-to-site VPN module uses various WAN technologies including site-to-site VPNs to route traffic between remote sites and the central site. In addition to traditional media such as lease line and circuit switch data link telephony such as frame relay and ATM, this module can use more recent WAN physical layer technology including synchronous optical network, synchronous digital hierarchy SDH cable, DSL, MPLS, Metro Ethernet wireless, and service providers VPNs. This module incorporates all Cisco devices that support these WAN technologies and routing access control and QoS mechanism. Although security is not as critical when all links are owned by the enterprise, it should be considered in the network design. The important thing is the WAN and MAN and site-to-site VPN module does not include the WAN connections or links. It provides only the interface to the WAN. We have covered Enterprise Edge module. Now let us discuss Enterprise Edge guidelines, how to create enterprise level edge system. So initially we start with create the e-commerce module, which is topmost module for business to business or business to customer scenario. When customer or partner require internet access to business application and database server, deploy high security policy that allows customer to access predefined servers and services yet restricted all other operation. Step 2. This is the step 1 and now come to step 2. It determines the connection from corporate network into the internet and assign them to the internet connectivity modules. This is second module. This module should implement security to prevent any unauthorized access from the internet to the internal network. Public web servers resides in this module or the e-commerce module. Next step is design remote access and VPN module. If the enterprise require VPN connections or dial-in for accessing the internal network from the outside world, implement a security policy in this module. Users should not be able to access the internal network directly without authentication and authorization. The VPN sessions use connectivity from the Internet Connectivity module. And this is the final module already discussed, WAN and MAN and site-to-site VPN module. Determine which part of the edge is used exclusively for permanent connections to remote locations such as branch office and assign it to the WAN and MAN and site-to-site VPN module. All WAN devices supporting frame relay, ATM cables, MPLS, Ds lines, SONET, SDS, and so on are located here. So with these four steps, we can create the enterprise edge module for our enterprise. So let us describe service provider modules. So here in this particular figure, if we show this figure, enterprise edge functional area, this shows the enterprise edge functional area. If we go to right hand side of this figure, this is the external entity. It is basically service provider module. So here the service provider modules within the service provider functional area, the enterprise itself does not implement these modules. However, they are necessary to enable communication with other networks using a variety of WAN technologies and with internet service providers. This module within the service provider functional areas are Internet Service Provider module, PSTN module, and Frame Relay ATM module. So these are the different modules which we need to use in service provider modules. The Internet Service Provider module represents enterprise IP connectivity. This is very important to an ISP for basics access to the internet or enabling enterprise edge services such as those in the e-commerce, remote access and VPN and internet connectivity module. Enterprise can connect to two or more ISPs to provide redundant connection to internet. If one fails, then another we can use the physical connection between ISPs, and enterprise can use any of the WAN technologies. The PSTN module represent non-permanent. This particular module it represent non-permanent WAN connection. Non-permanent WAN connection. And this is the frame relay is permanent WAN connection. So the PSTN module represents a dial-up infrastructure for accessing the enterprise network using ISDN, analog and wireless telephony cellular technologies. Enterprise can also use these infrastructure to back up existing WAN links. WAN backup connection are generally established on demand and turned on after an idle timeout. Now come to frame relay module. The frame relay ATM module covers all WAN technologies for permanent connectivity with remote location. Traditional frame relay and ATM are still used. However, despite the module's name, it is also represent many modern technologies. The technologies in module include frame relay. First thing is frame relay. So this is frame relay. It is connection-oriented packet switching telephony designed to efficiently transmit data traffic at data rates of up to those used in E3 and T3 connections. Capability to protect multiple remote. A single physical connection reduces the number of point-to-point physical connections required to link site. So E3 is European standard and T3 is North American standard. In E3, the bandwidth with 34.368 Mbps and T3 is with bandwidth of 44.736 Mbps typically. Now come to ATM is a higher speed alternative to frame relay. Okay, for frame relay, it is an alternative, that is ATM, asynchronous transmission mode. It is high performance, cell oriented switching and multiplexing technology for carrying different types of traffic. Next is lease line. Provides the simplest permanent point-to-point connection between two locations, two remote location. The carrier or service provider reserves point-to-point link for customers' private use because the connection does not carry anyone else's communication. The carrier can ensure a given level of quality. The fee for this type of connection typically fixed. It is at fixed monthly rate. SONET and SDH. Next technology is SONET and SDH. Okay, these are the standard for transmission over optical network. Europe uses SDH, whereas North America uses SONET. Next is cable technologies. Use existing coaxial cable, TV cable. So coaxial cable or TV cable, it is coupled with cable modem. This technology provides much greater bandwidth than the telephone lines and can be used to achieve extremely fast access to the internet or enterprise network. Next is DSL. DSL is not very old technology, but it is also digital subscriber line. Uses the existing twisted pair telephone lines to transport high bandwidth data such as voice, data, and video. DSL is sometimes referred to as last mile technology because it is used only for connection from a telephone switching station as a service provider to home or office, not between switching stations. DSL is used by telecommuters to access enterprise network. However, more and more companies are migrating from traditional frame relay to DSL technology using VPNs because of its cost efficiency. Now come to wireless bridging. Wireless bridging. Technology interconnects remote LANs using point-to-point signal transmission that go through air, cover, a terrestrial radio or microwave platform rather than through copper or fiber cables. Wireless bridging requires neither satellite feeds nor local phone services. One of the advantages of using bridge wireless is its capability to connect users in remote areas without having to install new cables. However, the technology is limited to shorter distance and weather conditions can degrade the performance. And last technology is MPLS. These all are coming under service provider modules. So MPLS combines the advantage of multi-layer routing with the benefit of layer 2 switching. With MPLS, labels are assigned to each packet at the edge of network rather than examining the IP packet header information. MPLS nodes use this label to determine how to process the data, resulting in faster, more scalable, and more flexible WAN solutions. The three modules supporting remote enterprise locations are the enterprise branch office, the enterprise data center, and the enterprise teleworker module. So first we discuss the enterprise branch module. In this enterprise branch module, extends the enterprise by providing each location with resilient network architecture with integrated security, Cisco unified communication, and wireless mobility. A branch office generally accommodate employees who have compelling reasons to locate away from the central site, such as regional cells, regional cells, and a branch office is sometimes referred to as remote office or remote site or sales office. Branch office users must be able to connect to the central site to access company information. Therefore, they benefit from high-speed internet access, VPN connectivity to corporate intranet, teleconferencing capability for work from home employees, video conferencing, and economical PSTN quality voice and fax calls over managed IP network. The enterprise branch module typically uses a simplified version of campus infrastructure modular design. Next module is enterprise data center module. So this enterprise data center module has an architecture that is very similar to server form. Already seen server form. So this is data center, and the server form is also the same thing where the data is available. The enterprise data center network architecture allows the network to evolve into platform that enhances the application server and the storage solution and equips the organization to manage increased security, cost, and regulatory requirement. Increased security, cost, and regulatory requirements. So now come to, while providing the ability to respond quickly to changing business environment. So the enterprise data center module includes, first thing is at the network infrastructure layer. At the network infrastructure layer, what is going on? It is gigabit Ethernet or 10 gigabit Ethernet or InfiniBand connection with storage, switching, and optical transport devices. Now come to at the interactive service layer, whatever we want at interaction. Okay, so these services include storage fabric, storage fabric services, computer services, security services, and application optimization services. And finally, at the management level, what we need to do, tools include Fabric Manager. Important is Fabric Manager or Element and Network Management, and Cisco vFrame for server and service provisioning. The Remote Enterprise Data Center module also needs highly available WAN connectivity with business continuous capability to integrate in with the rest of the Cisco enterprise architecture. The server farm module in the campus can leverage the WAN connectivity of the campus core, but the remote enterprise data center must implement the own connectivity. Now come to last module, that is enterprise teleworker module. The enterprise teleworker module provides people in geographically dispersed locations such as home offices or hotels with highly secure access to central site applications and network services. The enterprise teleworker module supports a small office with one to several employees or home office of a telecommuter. The telecommuter might also be mobile users, people who need access while traveling or who do not work at fixed company site. Depending on the amount of use of the WAN services available, telecommuters working from home tends to use broadband or dial-up services. Mobile users tends to access the company's network using a broadband internet services and VPN client software or their laptops via an asynchronous dial-up connection through the telephone company. The telecommuters working from home might also use VPN tunnel, gateway, router for encrypted data and voice traffic to the to and from the company intranet. The solution provides simple and safe access for telecommuters to corporate network site according to need of the user's site. So nowadays work from home is very common. The Cisco Teleworker solution provides an easy to deploy centrally managed solution that addresses both the workers' mobility needs and the enterprise need for lower operational costs, security, productivity, business resiliency, and business responsiveness. Small ISRs from the backward of the enterprise teleworker architecture, an optional IP phone can provide to take advantage of centralized Cisco unified communication system. So this we conclude this lecture. In this lecture, we have discussed enterprises module, which covers e-commerce module, internet connectivity module, remote access and VPN, WAN and MAN and site-to-site VPN, and enterprise age guideline. Next topic was discussed as service provider module, which covers internet service provider, PSTN module, frame relay and ATM module. And finally, we discussed remote enterprise module, which covers enterprise branch module, enterprise data center module, and enterprise worker module. In next video, we will see services within modular network 1. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Have a nice time.